Okay, guys, happy Tuesday. It is Dream Team Chat on a Tuesday. This is our second Dream Team Chat in April, and I'm really excited for the topic or theme that we have going on this month because we're kind of going back to the basics. We are chatting about very simple but very important systems that Cincy has set up in our businesses that we want you guys to know for sure and for certain. And I know something Brianna and I both have had to learn as we've been in leadership for a while is that sometimes this information has to circle back around because we get new people joining all the time. And what we once trained on a few years ago is not always common sense. It's not always known, even though we've done trainings on it before. So we oftentimes circle back around to these important things. And so we're kind of doing that again today because we do have so many new consultants. It's been over a year since we did a training of this sorts with this topic. And so we think it's very important to revisit and get you guys the details that you guys need so you guys can be successful and moving and grooving in your business. And we're excited for that for you. And so today's topic is building on last week's topic, which was talking about that shooting star goal. And that was, a benchmark goal in your business to hit a certain amount by a certain time. And that's really great for new consultants. But we wanted to take that a little bit further, bird's eye view it. And now we're looking at sales as a consultant, maybe like on a monthly basis, right? Where we're talking about minimum sales and maximum sales and the benefit of having some awesome PRV in your business and what that looks like for you as a business owner. And just know that wherever you're falling in that PRV number for your monthly business, because as we know, we reset at zero every month. Wherever you're falling in that, just know as long as you're working your business and you are being intentional about your business, you should be proud of where you land regardless. And the cool thing about sales with Sensi is that we have the opportunity to build on it. We have the opportunity to get better, to learn more, to grow. And so I think that's really encouraging as independent consultants because we are always learning. There's always something new to learn and do in our business. And so I want to encourage you guys to listen to what we're saying, take it all in, and then look at your own business and see where am I at in my business? Can I do better? Can I be more intentional? Can I focus more? And just know that like showing up in your business is a big deal. And everything in this business is figure outable, which means you don't have to know it all when you join. You can learn along the way. And in fact, that's how it goes. We all learn along the way. And so I'm going to be talking just about what it looks like to be doing the minimum in sales as a Sensi consultant and what that looks like. Okay. So just jumping in, when we talk about the minimum in sales, and we're looking at it in a month's time from the first of the month to the 30th or the 31st of the month, when we're asking, well, what is the minimum amount of sales that I can do? Okay. Well, as an independent consultant, the truth is like zero. Like you don't have to do any sales, right? But my guess is if you are showing up for trainings and you're watching replays on YouTube or on the team page, you are wanting to do something with your business. And I want to encourage you guys all to do something with your business because this business, whether you're in it for extra income or just something fun to do and everywhere in between, there is some really sweet stuff happening in the Cincy world. And so we want to encourage you to go for at least being active every month. Okay. And active is what we'll call the minimum to be moving and grooving in your business, getting a paycheck, achieving a goal would be to be active every month because it resets your account for the next 12 months. Okay. So what is active? Active means you have 200 PRV in your business for that month. Okay. That's a really great goal, especially when you first join, or if you're just doing this as a hobby or something fun to do. Being active is a really great goal. Again, it resets your business for another 12 months, which is really awesome. It ensures that you are getting a paycheck, which is really great. And $200 PRV is equivalent to about $200 in sales, especially if you're in the US. PRV in dollars is about 1 to 1. It gets a little bit hairy when you're talking about licensed products. Sometimes they cost more and the PRV is slightly less, or charitable cause products. Okay. But just in general, 200 PRV is about $200 in sales. And that's really great. And why we love 200 PRV is because that is also the minimum of a party. Okay. So when you are putting your orders into parties, if you are closing 200 PRV a month, that means you're closing at least one party a month, which means you as a consultant get free and half off rewards, which is a really great way, especially for those hobbyist consultants and consultants doing it for fun. That's a really great way for you to get your favorite things that you have your eye on free and half off. Love that for us. That is one of my favorite perks of being a Scentsy consultant. And so that's really awesome. Okay. It's really great to be able to cash out on these consultant rewards on a monthly basis. And by doing the minimum 200 PRV a month, you can do that. You can absolutely soak up those party rewards, which is really cool. Your business is active for an entire year, or I mean, your account is active for an entire year, which is really cool. And then also you've got a paycheck coming the next month, which is also really cool. So on a minimum side of things, as an essential consultant, 20, you're getting $40 in commission. And if you are a certified consultant earning 200 PRV, you're getting $50 in commission, which, hey, is a really great payback for that investment of working your business and collecting 200 PRV in sales. Okay. This is a really great spot to sit and be and soak up the rewards. Hey, I love collecting 200 PRV, right? And so what that can look like, if we're trying to be practical, is that's about 5 or 6 orders in a month. Collecting 5 or 6 orders in a month will get you about 200 PRV. And that's great. If you are just getting started or you're doing this as a hobby, having 5 or 6 customers in your network is a really fun thing to celebrate, and you should be super proud of yourself. The cool thing about being active in your business is that you are wanted and cherished in our organization. We have a lot of fun. There are so many consultants who their goal is to get active for the month. And I think that is beautiful. So collecting 4 or 5 orders throughout the month, celebrate that, soak up the rewards. That is good. And that is at a minimum, I think a really great way to soak up all the perks of being a consultant, right? And so a lot of times this is who we're talking to when we're talking about the minimum and 200 PRV is going to be the people who join to get their Scentsy free and half off, the people who join as a hobby, just something fun to do, people who are not wanting to build a business yet. Okay. And the cool thing is like you can always change and you can always increase what that minimum looks like for you. But it's a good place to start. And that information is just really good to have, especially if you are a leader and you are wanting to sponsor people. Having that nugget of information that like 200 is a great minimum to aim for those types of consultants, that's a good and right thing to know and to encourage for your customers. Okay. But of course, as it goes, you can always grow and build on that. So I'm going to pass it to Bree, and she's going to talk about kind of moving up onto doing more than just the minimum.
Yes. Okay. So stepping into these next 2 levels of going beyond the minimum, which is that $200 sweet spot that Alex was talking about, what we're really trying to like dig our heels into here is going above and beyond what is required of you as a Scentsy consultant. And like Alex said, you don't necessarily have to do anything. You don't have to do 200 minimum at all. But again, if you're in this for any type of benefit, then you may be looking at the 200 and going, that's really great, but what else is there, right? Like what else, what benefit does it give me or, you know, my friends or whoever, whatever, what benefit is it for me to go above that minimum of 200 PRV? And so I really want you guys to soak this in. And even if you know this like the back of your hand, to be able to take it to new consultants that you'll sponsor later on down the road, and to be able to thoroughly give them the information, because information is power, right? Knowledge is power. And so understanding what these levels of PRV look like in your business and the actual benefit, the value that it brings to somebody's life. Okay. So 500 PRV is kind of the next level, the big jump that we're going to. And the reason for that is because Scentsy has set that as the mile mile marker for leadership numbers. Okay, so we have a lot of leaders on here tonight. A leader is anybody who has sponsored somebody personally and has somebody or people, multiple people underneath them as a team, and are deciding to grow their business at team wide, okay, instead of just customers and getting the PRV. You're looking at expanding your team. And so the 500 PRV minimum for leadership numbers really just says you are actually investing more than the bare minimum into your business in order to get paid off of your team. And I'm not going to go too much into the compensation plan, because me and Alex have done many trainings about the compensation plan, and it's super easy to go back and look at and to be able to learn about what the compensation plan looks like and how that benefits you as it pertains to money. But the 500 PRV leadership minimum is what Scentsy has set as the next standard for you to be able to get paid off of your team with leadership bonuses. Okay. And that's a really great, in my opinion, bare minimum for you to be hitting inside your month pretty early on, especially if you're wanting to do bigger and better things in Scentsy. 500 should be like your stepping stone in the very beginning, and we should just be climbing from there. And I know me and Alex talk about doing 500 within the first week of the month. Typically, we like to try to knock it out in the first day or two. But for us, it's just it is literally just a stepping stone to the bigger PRV goal that we have, because our goals in this business, we can't get there with 500 PRV. If you are a leader and you are actively looking at growing your team, and you are actively looking at sponsoring people, and you are actively looking at coaching people, 500 PRV is not where you want to be at the end of the month. Okay, that is not the end all be all. That should not be your goal. That should be your stepping stone to get to your goal. And your goal should be much higher than that. But again, that's the leadership basis that Scentsy has put out there. And generally speaking, for the consultant side of things without the team purpose, 500 PRV gets you, is it 125 dollars commission? And then it also gets you, if you have all of that 500 PRV in a party, you've unlocked the 3 half offs and the $75 in free credit. And so again, that's good information for you to have for your potential host, right? If they're going to host a party with you, then boom, they've unlocked some really great rewards there. And then also for yourself, if you are just here for the fun of it, for the discount, 500 PRV is a really great party, right? Because you are unlocking a pretty great level of the rewards for your party, and you've got a pretty great check. And Alex informed me that it's essential consultants, that's $100 check, and for certified and above, it's $125. So that's a great paycheck. Yeah, I love a $500 party. Alex said that in the comments. 500, I usually do not close a party unless it is 500, because I want maximum, or it's not quite maximum rewards, but I want like top level rewards so I can be cashing in all those discounts. And that's just from like I love Scentsy. I use Scentsy in my home. I'm addicted to the product. And so I want to be able to reap the benefits of that. Therefore, I can turn around and share that with my potential hosts, share that with potential teamies, share that with my customers of what the benefit of having a $500 party is, right? And so again, when we're talking about these minimums and maximums as it pertains to PRV, this doesn't just mean what does PRV equate to in commissions, or what does PRV equate to in the leadership status or climbing the ladder. It also gives you the power and the value to turn around and share it with your customers as you're working your business, right? And the benefits to loving the products, using the products, all of that. Okay, so 500 PRV is the next level. So we've done 200 and we've done 500. Okay, the next level, the next and final level, though I will add something because Michelle just reminded me, but the third level is 2000 PRV. Okay. And 2000 PRV, it's a pretty big jump, right? We're going from 500 to 2000. That's a $1,500 difference. You're like, wait, what did I miss? Right? We skipped right over 1,000. And do not get me wrong, 1,000 PRV is great. It's really great. And especially if you are an essential, well, you would be a certified at this point, $1,000 in PRV. That's you'd be certified. So certified consultant, lead consultant, all, 1,000 PRV is great. But 2000 PRV actually unlocks something really special that Scentsy gives you as a bonus, which is that 5% pay increase that comes when you do $2,000 in sales. Okay. So stepping back into the beginning of your Scentsy career, when you start out as an essential consultant, you are starting out as 20% commission. So you get 20% off of everything that you sell. Okay. And then as soon as you sell $1,000 in $1,000, then you promote to certified consultant, and then you also get an additional permanent 5% pay increase. Okay, so now you are now making 25% commissions off of everything that you sell in your Scentsy business, which is fantastic. Love that. Okay, 25% is not the maximum amount that you can earn off of your own commissions. Okay, so when you do $2,000 in sales each and every month, it's not a permanent 5% pay increase, but each month that you achieve that $2,000 in sales, Scentsy gives you an additional 5% bonus. Okay, so I've talked about this before. I think I did a live on it, but what I want you guys to be thinking about when you're thinking about this number, because most of us, I think if we were really honest with ourselves, we're here for the money. Okay. And maybe some of us haven't gotten to that point yet where we can like proudly say that, or maybe we just don't realize it, but none of us would turn away the opportunity to take money, right? If you were offered more money to do the same thing that you were doing, you would do it. Okay. If you were offered, you have the ability to earn the money, right? And so we all want more money. And we need to be honest with ourselves about that. And then once we're honest about it, then we can start tracking how we can make it happen. Because when I tell you there is potential for limitless income here, I'm not joking. Okay. But there is a limit to how much money you can make on your own in Scentsy. Okay. And that 30% that you can make in commissions is the cap for what you can make on your own. Now, when you start growing a team, you get leadership bonuses, and you have to do that 500 PRV minimum to be paid off of those leadership bonuses. But trust and believe those leadership bonuses add up, and then all of a sudden you've got 6-figure paychecks. Okay. But 30% is the max that you can do on your own. And you can only get to 30% when you've unlocked that additional 5% pay increase with that $2,000 PRV. And so I just want you to imagine yourself walking into a room, okay? Walking into a room and there being a table, and on the table are stacks of money. Okay. And Alex, can you tell me what the jump is from 2,000 to 1,000 in pay? When you do, okay, so you walk into the room and there's stacks of money. Okay. And you have $250 in your pocket. Okay. And somebody tells you there's a stack of money on the table and it has your name on it. And they say, you can take this money and put it in your pocket, or you can just leave. Right? Who would not take the stack of money on the table that has their name on it? Everybody, right? Everybody would take that stack of money. Yeah, it's a huge difference. My math really sucks. Hold on. So we're talking about a $350 difference. Okay. $350 from 1,000 to $2,000. Now I know that the difference of effort is pretty big there too, right? Somebody who is doing $2,000 in sales is doing more than the person who's only doing $1,000 in sales, right? That's just fact. Your input is, or your output, your outcome is dictated by your input. And so you have to be looking at what you're doing. So I get that your effort has to increase as well. But you cannot tell me that if you were to walk into a room and saw a stack of money on the table with your name on it, that you would not want to take it. That's exactly what that 5% bonus is. It is money left on the table that has your name on it. And it's crazy to me that people get so close to that 2000 PRV and don't push, don't go for it, don't make it their goal, don't make it their priority to hit it, right? And with just a few simple IPAs, with just some extra time dedicated to those IPAs, with just 2 more parties this month, with just 3 more people joining Sensi Club, like all of those things, with just this much more effort, everybody has the opportunity to earn that extra 5%, right? 250 to 600. Crazy. $350 you're missing out on when you go from 1,000 to 2,000. Okay. So that is what you're missing out on when you don't reach that maximum potential. But I'm going to take it a step further, and this isn't on the thing. But Michelle reminded me, she said her goal is 2,500 PRV every single month. And that's actually a really great goal to have. And that's not by accident. Okay. So we are coming, and we're going to talk about this. It's actually really great because we're going to be talking about it next week. Or no, not next week. We're going to be talking about it at the end of the month, but we're going to be talking about annual mentor and annual sales, which are 2 awards that Sensi has for you every year to earn, and it's throughout the entire year. And we're coming up to the close of 2023 and 2024s, and then we're going to start 2024s and 2025s. And annual sales says if you can sell 30,000 PRV, $30,000 in sales between May 1st and April 30th. So May 1st of 2024 to April 30th of 2025, if you can do $30,000 in sales in that year time, we will give you an additional $1,000 bonus. Okay. Not only that, but you will also be earning that 5% pay increase every month that you have 2,000, which you will have to have months over 2,000. And then you will also get a trophy with your name on it. You also get to walk the stage, a Sensi family reunion. Like, you get amazing things, but you'll get $1,000 more money left on the table for you. Okay. But that $2,500 in PRV monthly breaks down to 30,000 PRV, right? We're going to talk about this later. Most people don't do 2,500 every single month. It's like an average, right? You do more in the fall, and then you can like kind of relax a little bit. In the other months, it's a teeter-totter. That's why it's so important to track your numbers. Okay. But annual sales is an incredible goal to reach for. We will definitely hit on that more at the end of the month, but 2,500 is a fantastic minimum to have. If you look at those 2 goals, annual sales and annual mentor or things like that, and you say, that's what I want to do, 2,500 is the sweet spot. Okay. And so guys, listen, PRV is not end all be all, and PRV ebbs and flows. Sometimes it matches our effort. Sometimes our effort exceeds our PRV because of seasons, because of the economy, because of our customer base, because of things we can't control, right? You can control your effort. You can control what goals you put out in front of you and choose to chase. Okay, that's what you have control over. What you are choosing to do every single day to chase the goals that you want so badly. Maybe money isn't one of those things. That's okay. But nobody would say no to more money. Maybe it's trips. Okay. You're not going to earn a trip with 500 PRV. You're not, because our trip incentives require more than that. Okay. So whatever, and that's why it's so important to go back to your why, to be so grounded in your why and your reason for being here, and be honest with yourself about it. And then go be honest with your sponsor about it, or go be honest with your accountability partner about it, and then come up with a plan, find the gap, right? And then you have to do the things required to fill the gap. And I just don't feel like in my bones that we need to be minimum people. I just don't feel like that that's the case. Now, I know and I recognize, because I'm a realist for the most part, that there are going to be people who are totally good just getting their discounted Sensi and rolling with the 200 PRV every 4 months or however much. That's okay. I'm not talking to you. We love you, but I'm not talking to you. Okay. I'm talking to the people who are somewhere in the middle, who are coasting along, who have questions, who want more, but you're scared to do it, don't know what to do. It's time to move, because we are not minimum people. We're not 500 people. We're 2000 and beyond people. Okay. And I think it's also really important that we not only work on achieving our goals, but then once we get close to our goals, we move the goal marker further. Right. So yeah, there was a point in my business where I was like, yeah, 2000 is my goal. And then I started hitting that consistently. And then I was like, whoa, no, actually 2,500 is my goal. Oh, no. Okay. I hit that. Okay. Now I'm doing 3,000. Now I'm doing 3,500 right now, guys. My goal is 4,000 every month. Right. That's my goal. I need to hit that consistently. And then I'm going to push the mile marker further, because there are people in this business. I kid you not. There are people in this business who are doing 30, 40, $50,000 in PRV every single month. One of them, we know, like, insane. So don't tell me that people don't want to buy Sensi. Don't tell me there's too many people in the market. Don't tell me that you can't do it. Yes, Lisa Rowberry does 30, 40, 50,000 PRV a month. Okay. Insane. But she's not sitting there thinking, I have to hit 500 today, right? Or this month, my goal is 500. She probably never had that in her mind. Yeah, she is just amazing. So anyways, it's possible. It's more than possible, but it will require you to take your goals a step further, and then take it a step further, and then take it a step further. But you can do it. You can do it, because there are people on this team who are doing it. There's people around you in this business doing it. And pretty much you are the only person who holds you back from that. Okay. So we believe in you, and we are so excited to see you reach those goals.